Welcome, Gemini family members, and welcome to my YouTube channel, One Who Sees Tarot. Gemini family members, this is going to be a weekly reading. This is going to be a reading for the week of September the 4th through September the 11th. And this is going to be a 7-day forecast, somewhat. And it's going to be some predictions of energies that you are going to experience. And I have full confidence that the Spirit has given me accuracy, because as I prepared to do your reading, I listened to the Spirit, and the Spirit showed me the energies that you would be utilizing this week and the energies that would be in your vibrations this week. And what I'm sensing, I clearly see in your reading. And so very, very good. Thank you, kind Spirit. The Spirit has already been invoked, and I've already blessed, anointed the cards, and blessed in the way of an affirmation and in the way of a prayer, asking the Spirit to give us clarity and truth for Gemini family members. And the Spirit has given me guidance about how many times to cut, shuffle, and where to select the cards from in the deck. And so, Gemini family members, I feel very, very confident about this reading, and with your kind permission of your powerful nature, may I please begin your reading formally. Gemini family members, as I mentioned, you have very, very powerful energies this week, specifically for you. And I love what I'm sensing, because what I see where you definitely are coming from a place of changes. In other words, you're coming from a place where your world is going through some really, really nice changes. And these changes are going to make you stronger. I see you standing. And this standing energy is an energy of strength. And so I see that as the week evolves, and even as the month is beginning for you Gemini family members. So you're going through some changes, and things are presenting, I should say new things are being presented to you, and they really are asking you to really look at life differently. I mean, like really take a look and say like, wow, wait a minute now, hold on a second. This is new for me. And so Gemini family members, you're going through a newness. You are open to it, but it is real, and it is a change. And I'm not sure that any of us as human beings actually welcome change readily. We have to really give it some thought and some meditation, but there are changes going on in your life. And part of those changes will have an effect on your relationships with your friends and your close people. But it's not a negative, it's just a growing type of a thing. In other words, you have been used to a certain thing and a certain way of functioning, and now there's some changes going on in your life. So as you begin this week, you're beginning looking at some reframing, some restructuring. And you're not really sure if your friends are going to all be a part of it. And you certainly are not sure if all of your friends are going to be in favor of your change, because some of these changes and some of this growth that you are experiencing, you know, it may change the parameters of your relationship with them. And so that certainly is a very, very strong energy as this week begins, sort of Monday, Tuesday-ish. As you move closer to the middle of the week, there's a lot of stuff that you were dealing with. A lot of work that you were doing, a lot of running around and doing of stuff that you were doing, but that's going to change. It's like as if, you know, you pushing and trying to work so hard and make things happen, and it's like there's going to be a change in the direction of those energies. You know, you're still going to be very, very strong, very, very strong, but there's a change in the energies for Gemini family members. So instead of pushing in one way and working very, very hard in one direction, you actually are going to change directions. And it's going to happen for you whether you like it or not. And so if you're listening and if this resonates with you, embrace the change. Don't fight against the change. It's going to be a blessing for you. As you cross the 7-day cycle into the last couple of days of this week, you're actually coming to a place of mental clarity. You're going to know what you want, and you're going to be able to express what you want, Gemini family members. It's very clear. You actually have this mental clarity thing going on, which is part of your strong suit. Your energy has to do with intelligence and communication. And so you have that working as you get to the middle of this week, moving into the last part of the week, the latter part of the week. You have mental clarity. You have some clarity of direction. It doesn't matter who's with you. In fact, as you move to the next level, to the next phase, you really are going to be, it doesn't matter who's with you. You really are going to be, it doesn't matter who likes it or who doesn't like it. And I see that in two places in your energy this week. And so there's some independence, there's some strength that is growing in you, and there's some individuality that is growing in you. And there is going to be a separation to some degree of your friends and your relationships and of your schedule. And it's going to happen. It's very, very clear. I can't tell you what I do not see. I can only tell you absolutely what I see, Gemini family members. Now let's talk about this seeing business. Because as you move to the end of the week, you're going to see things and people for what they really are. So there's going to be a sort of a epiphany, if you will, and a clarity of vision about the people, friends, family, lifestyle. There's a lot of stuff on the table. And, you know, a lot of things that you thought were going to benefit you, and a lot of things that you thought were the truth, those things are now being brought to question. And so this is a very good time of growth for you, Gemini family members. As you start this month of September, it's a time for changes and a time for growth. And I believe this showed up in the monthly reading as well, a time of growth and changes for Gemini family members. I know it showed up in the love reading. I know it did. So it's a time of you seeing things clearly. And it's really getting ready to be a time when you are, it's not going to be a smooth sailing type of a change. As I mentioned before, very, very few humans, if any, welcome change readily. So it is going to be a little bit of readjustment for you. It certainly is going to be some readjusting for you, certainly, with regard to your energies, your time, your money, your values. Those kind of things are going to be in flux as this week ends. And so I'm looking forward to seeing how your energies are going to emerge and how they're going to grow and blossom for this month. Gemini family members, if you heard something during this reading and it resonated with you and you'd like to speak to me regarding some more clarity for you individually, it will be my pleasure to provide a private reading for you. But I certainly sense these changes, and it's going to be a very, very nice, but it's going to be busy. It's going to be sort of like roller skating for the first time. It's going to be tricky for you, Gemini family members, but it's going to be good, okay? So if you want some more spiritual consultation, reach out to me at onewhoseesforyou@yahoo.com. Gemini family members, enjoy your first week of September. It's going to be great, but fasten your seatbelts because there's going to be some changes. Bless you now.